I was on TikTok, and I guess some of the people who attended the Jubilee debate, or if that's what you want to call it, where Amanda Seals basically cooked 20 people.
Stop. We all deserve a right to exist, and I shouldn't have to earn my right to exist. And that is what capitalism does.
What makes you think that you have to earn it? That's what I'm saying.
That is what
I
this
don't feel
nation
that way.
is. You do have to earn it.
You don't have to earn it.
Yes, you do.
We're
That
in
is why
America,
we are
Amanda.
criminalizing the poor. Well, here's
So
what
when
you all keep doing.
No,
you keep interrupting me when I'm talking, and you don't want to hear the point that I'm going to make. And yet you want me to respect your point. And that's not how a debate works. If I show you respect, give me the respect back. Ooh, I knew I was going to be surrounded by ignorance, but damn.
He was doing a response. He's the one talking about Harriet Tubman needed help, and we didn't do it by ourselves. And he was upset that he wasn't allowed to come back on because he would have ruined Amanda's career, because he knew that she knew he was winning, and he did all of that while he was sitting in a car with cloth seats. Now, here's the thing. One of the reasons black conservatives become black conservatives allegedly is that they make money. But if your ass is sitting in a car with cloth seats and a crank window, then I don't know if you're going to ruin anybody's career. And you need to stop talking about Harriet Tubman, because she probably drove that very car you're broadcasting from to escape. If you're going to extol the virtues of conservatism, you need to look like it worked for you. In other words, do not be doing, even if you got to rent a car so it doesn't look like you're in a 1995 Mitsubishi talking shit and telling people how to live, that would be better. A black conservative, a broke black conservative, that's the funniest thing in the world. That's an oxymoron. I don't even know why you did it. If you're going to sell your soul, you better get a better price. It's really rich to watch one of the participants in the Jubilee debate talk about how he had lost his job at a black Christian school in Jacksonville, Florida.
That culture is toxic. And let's get on the fact that there's no fathers
So
in
white
the black
culture
home. Let's talk about that.
Stop.
Because they didn't like him being a black Republican. And if there's any place it's safe to be a black Republican, everybody knows it's in Florida. After all, that's where woke went to die. I mean, that was a test case for woke. So if there's some place to espouse that kind of rhetoric where it's perfectly safe and acceptable, it would be Florida. But the thing that is really the most galling is how people like that never see how hypocritical they are. Like, you're lamenting the loss of your job and the threat to your livelihood. Since this man has taken office, 350,000 black women have lost their job in 6 to 8 months. Since this man has taken, a black general has lost his job. Black officers, officers period, across all kinds of spectrum because of their political beliefs have lost their job. A statistician lost her job because of her gender and because he didn't like the report she gave. She was just dealing with numbers. You've had a talk show host lose his job. You've had states threatened with the loss of grants and funds because he doesn't like their political beliefs. You've had schools having to pay money or be threatened to lose money because of their political beliefs. He thought they were woke. You've had exhibits threatened to be taken out of museums because he didn't like them. You've had people having to sign loyalty pledges to be FBI agents and other government workers because he wanted loyalty. He didn't want anybody of a different political stripe. People fired ad hoc in large numbers. Thousands and thousands of people have been fired because he didn't like their political ideology. And you sit there and you say, I lost my job. I guess you can't be a black Republican. Maybe you didn't lose your job because of your political beliefs. You work for a black Christian school and you sat up there on that platform and you said black culture was toxic.
That culture is toxic. And let's get on the fact that there's no fathers
So
in
white
the black
culture
home. Let's talk about that.
Stop.
You said that out of your mouth. Now, if you work for me and you said that out loud, I would think you didn't need to work for me. I think you wanted to be somewhere else. You didn't lose your job because of what you said. You lost your job because of the lack of the content of your character. You ran your mouth to the people that fed you, and they didn't like it. So maybe there's a teachable moment here. Watch what you say to people who pay your bills.